Hey, Shane here with That's It Guys. I wanted to do a follow-up on Nvidia's RTX Voice. For reference, RTX Voice, or as it's now known, Nvidia Broadcast, uses your Nvidia graphics card to filter out background noise on your microphone, so only your voice is broadcasted. I currently have my graphics card fan speed set to high, a ceiling fan on, and do not have this room set up for audio recording at all. So if I do turn off RTX Voice, which I'll go ahead and do right now, you are going to hear all sorts of background noise, everything that's going on in the background. Perfect example, something that you wouldn't necessarily want to have happen, but let's say you have a bag or something that you're grabbing. That stuff is all going to broadcast. When you turn on RTX Voice, which we'll turn on right now, when you turn that on, that same audio effect over time will be filtered out. So this bag that's moving and all that stuff is going to be filtered out. Audio quality will be reduced in those situations because it's trying to just focus on your sound, your voice. I stopped moving the bag. But nonetheless, that audio is going to be filtered out over a quick period of time. So in the previous video, I showed how to set up RTX Voice. And it was a long process that required you modifying some configuration files, and you had to follow a very specific order of things. At the time, I did not have an RTX graphics card, so I walked you through the setup on a 1060 that I had at the time. Now, with the massive shortage on graphics cards, Nvidia simplified the method to getting RTX Voice set up. So now all you have to do is basically go to this page here and download the software, and then just run it as a standard installation. I will have this page linked in the description below, as well as some mirrored links on our website. RTX Voice on non-RTX cards still functions the same, activates the same, so if you follow the majority of the steps on here are going to be relevant, including changing your audio settings. So, since recording that video, though, I did manage to get hold of an RTX 3080 Founders Edition. Took several months. I finally got it last April. I was actually able to get it at MSRP as well. I did get it installed, so I wanted to give you kind of a quick tour of Nvidia Broadcast, which is their new software. So if you follow the link below this video, this page will also be linked there, as well as another mirror, because for whatever reason, links tend to go away and programs tend to disappear, so I'll have a mirror of that on our webpage. So I want to go over some of the quick things on this. The installation for Nvidia Broadcast is very simple. It is very easy to do. You just follow a couple of steps. So you download the software and just next a couple of times. But when you get the program running, the first thing it's going to do is default all of your sound settings on Windows so that you don't hear anything out of your speakers and your mic doesn't work. So after you get it installed and open the program, if you hit your Windows key and type in sound, open up the sound settings, you'll notice here, currently my output is set to speakers. The default would be Nvidia Broadcast, which is terrible. In fact, they recommend against it. If you go somewhere on the settings here, they basically tell you not to use that. So do not use your output on speakers. So I will show you basically on that. You want to go in and change your default output to whatever is traditionally used, a headset, speakers, what have you. And then on your input device, you do want it to have Nvidia Broadcast as your default. Alternatively, you can go into the sound control panel. This is the classic sound control panel. And I'd suggest going in here anyways just to configure some settings. So one thing you could do is disable the speaker output on this so that it doesn't show up. And you can always show those by right-clicking. And then on the microphone, make sure that is the one and only item, and that is the complete default item. And then also, I'd swing over right to the communications tab and make sure that it's set to do nothing. I can't stand when this setting is default. Basically, if anybody's talking, it reduces the volume. So once you've configured that, you can check the box here, and that's going to enable noise removal, which is what I have turned on right now, which is why it sounds pretty decent. If you are in an echo room, you can remove echo, and I'm sure they'll add some features to this in the future. Like I said, the speakers tab, do not use that feature if you can avoid it. That tends to have issues. Perfect example, if you're playing a game, it can filter out noise that's supposed to be in the game. There is a camera feature. I'm not going to play around with that because I don't have a camera hooked up at the moment, but like they're showing in the graphics here, you can filter out background, you can have it track your motion, it can kind of clean up noisy video, so like a laptop example, usually laptop webcams are not great. This will kind of filter that if you have a RTX card in your laptop and it doesn't have the best camera. So that kind of just rolls through the basics on getting it set up. Hopefully the audio recording sounds decent here. I was having some issues with OBS, garbling the audio. So if you heard any garbling in the audio, it's due to some sort of issue with OBS, and they have not patched an update. So, but thanks guys for tuning in. We are over on Twitch, streaming somewhat regularly. So you can follow one of the links below and follow us on there. I will try to upload some more videos this year, hopefully, for the YouTube channel here. So, thanks for watching, and come back and see us.